God puts his hand on the wheel, he puts things under control. A marriage that has run into bumpy grounds, run into trouble without God to hold it in place. A personal pursuit, no matter how sheer it appears, can get pretty hard to handle once it runs upon bumpy roads. Isaiah projected that Israel should expect God to come in and even handle the enemies that would make the way difficult and bumpy. Likewise, we should expect the power of God to strengthen us, to face the bumps in the road, knowing that God will strengthen us to tackle the enemies that make our way difficult. In fact, David mused about God's goodness and said, "Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies." When others tried to make his road bumpy, God strengthened him to survive even their plans for contriving. He summed it up by saying, the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Since bumpy roads, circumstances are inevitable in this life, it would be wise if all of us would allow God to lead us through to smoother paths. Too many of us speed through bumpy roads and vibrate and shake until we almost fall apart. When God guides us, he takes us around and through each bump at the right speed. It may be slower getting through, but we will make it. This virtue of patience is what Isaiah talked with Israel about in the 40th chapter and verse 31. When he said, "They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount on wings as eagles. They shall run and not get weary. They shall walk and not faint." God spoke to Israel and said, "I, the Lord thy God, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, Fear not, I will help thee." When God holds the lines or takes over the steering wheel, he literally takes us by the hand and leads us by the still waters and make it possible for us to lie down in green pastures. A widow woman found out that when, even though the cabinets are bare and the family is down to its last cup of meal and cruise all, that things will work out if you put it in God's hand. A lame man discovered that though he had trouble making it to the pool for 38 years, things worked out when he put it in God's hand. Yes, and we have, there's an aunt that we want to talk about for a moment. Because the aunt, we're going to call her Aunt Sally. She was an especially famous backwood midwife. She had some success and fully helped scores of women deliver hundreds of babies. Aunt Sally has seen nearly every child of birth, from the breech birth to the premature birth. She has seen many. After one particular difficult delivery, Aunt Sally sat on the front porch and read her Bible while she was rocking in the chair. Some family members wanted to know if she was going to do something else to help the baby survive. And since they had heard so much about her reputation for never losing a baby, they waited for, but Aunt Sally never moved. And finally, they pressed her for an answer, and the old woman looked up with her steel eyes and said, When that child came in the world, it was in my hands. I took him from my hands and put him in his mama's hand. I have done all I can do, and I have put them both in the good hands of the Lord. You see, that both baby and child live long and healthy lives. Great things happen when we put it all in God's hands. I don't know about you, but I found out that miracles happen when we let Jesus hold the lines. When we let Jesus hold the line. When we let Jesus hold the line, circumstances have been changed. When we let Jesus hold the line, doors have been opened. Enemies have been defeated. When we let Jesus hold the lines, problems have been solved and doubts have been dissolved. When we let Jesus hold the line, fears have been conquered and friendship have been restored. When we let Jesus hold the line, marriages have been salvaged and souls have been converted. When we let Jesus hold the line, lost lives have been saved. When we put it all in his hands, if there is trouble in your home, put it all in God's hand. If there is confusion on your job, put it all in God's hands. If there is misunderstanding among friends, put it all in God's hands. I heard a song declare, lead me, guide me along the way. Lord, if you lead me, I cannot stray. Lord, let me walk each day with thee. Lead me, O Lord, lead me. Brothers and sisters, if you let Jesus hold the line, he will make a way. If you let Jesus hold the line, somehow the weak will become strong. If you let Jesus hold the line, somehow the foolish will become wise and the proud will become humble. If you let Jesus hold the line, even the fearful will become courageous. I don't know about you, but my daily prayer is the Lord, hold my hand while I run this race. I don't want to run this race alone. Precious Lord, take my hand. Lead me on, let me stand through the storms and through the night. Lead me on to the light. Take my hand, precious Lord, lead me on. Jesus will lead us. If you let Jesus lead you all the way from earth to glory, Jesus will lead us all the way. Even though we may be going through some trials and tribulations, it'll come to pass. Oh, yes, because we're going to have some trials sometime. We're going to have some trouble sometime. But if the Lord leads us, and wherever he leads us, we should be able to follow him. Because wherever he leads us, it'll be a better place than where we were. We give praise to God because we know that when we put it in the Lord's hand, everything will be all right. Jesus.
You have been listening to The Word with Reverend Matthew S. Furness and the Salem AME Church family. Thank you for tuning in to worship with us, and until next time, please continue to be safe and be blessed.
Beautiful name it is.